to a little life update because it's a new year and I got some new things going on and want to share them with you guys. As you can see, I'm not in my usual place because I have moved. Not living in Kansas City anymore. I have moved to Denver, Colorado. I have started school. I started on the 19th. I am taking 2 classes. I originally was going to take 4, but one was canceled and then dropping another class. And it's just more so, I don't want to overload myself. Because this month I've been through a lot of just packing up and moving, coming here, having like a whole fresh start and trying to get into a routine, you know. So I was like, oh, it's best if I just take it easy and take it one step at a time. Start with 2 classes. Not sure if I'm going to take some summer classes. For sure going to take classes in the fall, but yeah, it's not a race. I don't have to get my degree as fast as possible. It's just getting it. And the best way to get it is one step at a time. Slow and steady wins the race. Because if I try to like overload myself and I don't do well in classes and I fail, and that's a waste of money and it was a waste of time, and I have to retake the class and I have to pay more money. So best to just do it like, you know, a little bit at a time until I feel like comfortable to take more classes and I'm like situated here in Colorado. But I'm just in general, I'm a lot happier here. I'm happier to just be out of that toxic environment and just be away from all the negativity that was in Kansas City. I was seeing one therapist and he ended up getting a new job and he moved and he was great. I learned a lot from him and everything. One of the things that we did touch on is like, I will decide that I can't do something before I even try. He had asked me like if I could live anywhere, and I told him like, oh, I'd love to live like someplace out west near mountains, like in the city, but like near mountains where I could go hiking. And he was like, well, why don't you do that? And I was like, well, I can't. It's like way too expensive. Like I could never afford that. And he's like, yeah, it's expensive, but like, yeah, you could. If you made a plan and you tried, you could make that happen. And I was like, true. I've just decided that I can't do something before I even tried. And I was like, huh. It just made me think, and I was like, that's something I need to stop doing. That's a bad habit. That's like putting myself down. And that's like one of my New Year's resolutions for this year is just to not be so hard on myself and decide like, oh, you can do it. You just need to try. And if you fail, just try again. Just come at it a different way. And that was like a big thing for like coming here too, because there was a part of me that was like, oh, I can't do it because like I'm old. I'm 30, and to have like a whole fresh start and go back to school, like I haven't been to school in years. And I was like, well, who decided that? And I was like, that's a dumb. Like you can do that. There's people who do it all the time and go back to school and give themselves a fresh start, and you can do it if you want to. I was like, yeah, we're gonna do this. But after like he stopped being my therapist and he moved, I started shopping around for a new therapist, and I went from like this great therapist who was like teaching me things and like making me like reframe my thinking to one who was just like terrible. I was telling her at the time, and it was like before I had completely decided that I was moving and going back to school, and I was like, oh, you know, it's kind of like I'd like to go back to school and pursue a career in like lifestyle medicine and get my degree and everything. And she's like, you can't do that. And I was like, why? And she's like, because you're autistic and you just don't have those social skills, and that's a job where you're gonna have to like work and deal with people. So yeah, you wouldn't be able to do that. Like you wouldn't succeed in a career like that. So you should rethink it and maybe like go into like medical billing, coding, or something like that, where you don't have to deal with people. She's like, you're reaching a little too far and you need to turn it down. And it was like, wow. Wow. And like, you're just sitting here telling me that you can't do anything. And be mindful, this was like our second session. So I saw her the first time, it was more of like getting information and doing paperwork. And the second session, she's just like, yo, you can't do this because your brain works differently than everybody else. And I was like, wow. So like, as far as getting here, it was a lot of like stuff like that would happen. And there were times where I was like, I can't do it, and I almost gave up, and I was like, nope, I just need to keep pushing, and I need to ignore people like that and their negativity, because she doesn't know me, and I can do something as long as I put my mind to it. And I might not be able to do it like the same way as everybody else, but I'm like, I can get there. And I'm here in Colorado. I have started school, and I'm still trying to figure things out. Oh, but I'm making progress, and like Rome wasn't built in a day. It's not going to happen overnight. It might be like 6 months from now. It might be a year from now where I'm like completely like in a place where I'm like, okay, I got this. But I'm not there yet. Some days are easier than others. But I'm just happy that I'm in a new place and I have a fresh start, and I'm just away from toxic people and negativity, and I'm in a place that has beautiful mountains that I get to look at every single day. I'm in a new apartment that I'm absolutely in love with. It's one of those things I can't wait to share with you guys. I love that I can walk around the city. Like, I have that as an option. I can bike, I could ride my longboard, because I hate driving. And I am someone who will choose the 20-minute walk over a 4-minute drive. But I love that that's an option now where I live. I love that I have like a new variety of restaurants that I get to try, new donut shops, because I love donuts, and I haven't really been eating donuts for a while because I had an experience in Kansas City that just kind of ruined them for me. But I am so happy to be here, and I'm just so excited, like all the new possibilities that await me, even though we are still in a P word. I know that this isn't going to last forever. I've like been making my list and bucket lists, and I've been out exploring, just more sightseeing than anything. Still wearing my mask and washing my hands and hand sanitizer and all that, but I know that it's not going to last forever, and I'll be able to like do a whole lot more and really like meet people too. It's a little harder with the current situation where you're like all supposed to be social distancing and everything, but I've been on Meetup, and I've met some people through Meetup and done some of the like virtual meetups and groups and things like that. And my school is also offering still like virtual meetups as well, so lots of things, lots of exciting things to come, and I'm excited to take you guys along with me. But yeah, that's it for me. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.